everybody, it's Mermaid Shayna again. I just wanted to refresh everybody and get everybody caught up on what's going on with my mermaid tail. Okay, so what's going on with my mermaid tail is that I cannot wear it because it's falling apart. Now, whether it's Aurora's fault or it's the mail postal office's fault, I don't know. My problem is that this tail should have been tough enough to make it through the mail to my house without falling apart. Now here's what's going on. So right now I have found that my tail is coming apart right here. And you can actually stick your finger right up in there, and I'm not forcing it. This was there when I got it. Okay, so there's a hole right there. That's not a hole to seep water out of either. That's a hole where my monofin is coming apart. The latex is coming apart from the monofin that she made. There's hair right here in the latex, and it's actually peeling off of my tail already. See, there's the hair that I'm grabbing. Okay, here is the part of the tail that was supposedly damaged by the postal office, but I think that the tail just was not made properly or put together in a good amount of time. I think this was like slung together. As you can see, there's still roughness, which I can understand. But I mean, I can understand the tail not being perfect for $1,300. I can understand if some stuff can get caught in the latex, but this is ridiculous. This is the part right here. It's coming apart here, and then it's coming apart right here. Now this is terrible. Stick my whole entire finger in there and move it all the way around because it's completely loose in there because she did not get it put together properly. Continuing, there's another hole right here. The roughness of the end of the tail. The paint is extremely sloppy. There's stuff in the paint. Stuff there. There's stuff right here. This is, I don't even know what that is. Plant matter? My lord. And let's see here. Some more cracking of the paint. Let's see. Let me find some more. This is my least favorite part. Okay. How about this? The paint is coming off of my tail already. I have not used it. There's some more plant matter or something that's stuck in there. A hair. More hair, more things stuck in it. Smudge of green paint. My tail doesn't have green in it. Another hair that's stuck in it. And then the blending line. She rushed the blending line. This camera does not give it very much justice of how bad this tail really looks, how bad this tail was put together. I do not want other mermaids to have their dreams taken away from them. I do not want other mermaids to work hard at trying to make their dreams come true, and then they get something like this that is falling apart, that has the paint coming apart. There's extra pieces of paint. Oh yeah, here is another part that's just ridiculous here. If I can keep from getting into the sun, or, you know, I don't want to block the camera. I'm trying not to get super upset while I'm doing this. Here's another place where it's just kind of starting to come apart. I can stick my thumb in there. see that was not very hard for me to do. It just came apart because I touched it. As we continue up the tail, I know that there is an area where the stitches are showing right there. The stitches are showing all across there. Sorry that I'm moving the camera so much, but right across there, there's a stitch. There's stitching right there. So the stitching is showing. She has smudged the paint, and she also, there's bubbles in the paint. It's very bubbly. The scales are not at all, they're not smooth. It's rugged and bubbly. You see that? It's so bubbly. She also said that she was a airbrusher. And this is not airbrushing. This is brushing with a brush. Look, there's some more paint right there that she's smudged. The white is really rough. You see the texture of the brush. Her scales, in this tail at least, are not. There's more bubbling, more smudging. This is just so depressing. It's really hard for me not to cry. There's more bubbles. Another smudge mark right there. Okay, and so I'm going to turn this tail around, and I try to grab it the best that I can in a spot where it's not coming apart. And I completely lift it up off the ground, and I am gentle with it. I try to be as gentle with it as I possibly can, and it's still falling apart no matter how gentle I am. Now the bottom, I can understand the bottom being a little rough because people don't see the bottom of your tail very much. But there's some more matter stuck in it. Very roughness right here. More roughness. I just don't understand. If you didn't have time to make me a tail without rushing, you could have told me. You could have said, I don't have time. I'm ready to go on a vacation, and this is just really ridiculous. It's hurtful. I feel like I've been really taken advantage of. Here's some more. This is the back. Here's the heel. I barely was able to get this on. Now this doesn't fit me. It is like an inch too small for me. There's paint coming off right here. There is a really rough line that's right across here, which I don't understand what this is from. This is really just coming off and is really just layered on there. Here's some more splotching right across here. And you know, the splotching of the paint really doesn't hurt me as much as it falling apart before I was even able to use it in the water. I believe that Merbella is gonna be what I order next. I'm gonna try my best to try to save up. Unfortunately, because of the tail that because of the condition my tail is in, I'm sorry, I'm getting upset. Because of the condition that my tail is in, I am going to have to spend at least a month and a half fixing it. I don't know if I will be able to just spot fix it good enough to be able to get into it to wear it for the fair or not, but because of this tail being the way it is, I cannot work. My other cloth tails are damaged because I've been too rough on them, because I expected to get a tail that I could wear. Here's another spot where she didn't even get it painted. It's just a whole scale, but didn't get any paint on it. Here's some more hair that's stuck inside of latex. Unfortunately, with this camera, I don't think you can see it. But just so everybody knows, this is how rough it really is. This is not a smooth anything at all. It's bubbly. It's just horrible. It's not what I expected at all. I expected something that was smooth. I mean, and I can even understand the brush strokes, but dear Lord, just get it to where it doesn't have stuff stuck in it, or to where it's at least even and it's not smudged. Like this one is smudged, and you can see it smudged down into the scales. And then there's of course some more bubbles. Which I don't I don't know what to do. Here's another spot where she was lazy with the paint. Some more laziness right here. Just lack of paint. Lack of the... I mean, this looks like she did this to spite me. Like she did this just to get me. Here's another piece of hair that's stuck in. I do not have dark hair, guys. I have light hair. I am a natural strawberry blonde, and I have changed my hair color to everything but brown. So, and that's a brown hair stuck in the latex. But yes, this tail is very, very rough. And it's falling apart. There's more paint where it's just... I just don't know. It's just terrible because it's just... I feel that I could have possibly done a better job trying to make a tail the first time by myself, but I don't know. Actually, I do know, because I'm a perfectionist. And I would never charge anybody $1,300 for something that has stuff stuck in it and that it's falling apart and can't even be used. And yes, I'm getting very angry because this tail was supposed to be my big break. And on top of this tail coming and being completely falling apart, not only did I find out that my mermaid tail is not worth what I paid for it, but I also found out that my dad's cancer has completely taken over, and that he might only have a month and a half left. And I mean, it's nobody's fault, but it's just really rough to get bad news like that, and then your tail comes that you've been so excited about, and it's just... I guess I can say that I am very blessed and lucky enough that I did get a tail, but I didn't get ripped off completely like other mermaids have. But I'm doing this video not for myself, because I'm not getting a refund on this tail. And I'm barely getting her to send me the materials to fix it. And I'm going to have to repaint it. I'm going to have to open up the sides and try to get it to where it'll fit me, because it's too tight on my calves. And my calves have always been nice and large. It doesn't matter what I do. If I run, in fact, if I run and I try to lose weight and I try to get back down to 120 pounds, this still would not fit on my calves, because my calves actually get bigger when I work out. And the measurements I gave her were exact on. So I don't understand why it doesn't fit me either. So this is just a complete nightmare. And I would go as far as to say, do not trust Creation Siren. Do not send her your money. Maybe if you're in France, she'll give you a good tale because you're there and you can drive to go confront her about it. But I'm in America. I'm an American, and I just got ripped off for my hard-earned money. I worked so hard for this tale. Latex. Oh, and the seams come undone too. This is not for me taking it apart yet. I have not started trying to take it apart yet. This is a rip. This is a rip. I rolled this down like you're supposed to roll it down to get your feet in, and it ripped. So, not only is the monofin falling apart, and not only is the paint terrible and ugly and bubbly and just not smooth, and it has stuff stuck in it. It's just terrible. But it's also coming apart at the seam. So, in recap, from far away, it's beautiful. And the design that I made myself is amazing. This was designed and drawn by me. The colors were my idea. Please do not get ripped off. Please get your tail from Novella or from somebody that's in America. There might be other tail makers that are out of America that are decent, but I just got burned by one in France. So, merci beaucoup for completely just ripping me off. That's how I feel. I'm just really upset. $1,300 that I also have had my car break down. So that's another wonderful thing. I need a new transmission in my car. So there's another reason why I can't work. So I was hoping that with this tail I would at least have friends to be able to come pick me up and take me to a party so I could work. But I can't even if it did fit me, I couldn't even put it on because it's just going to fall apart. You will most likely see me in this tail, but when you see me in this tail, it's going to be different. It's going to have a little bit more paint put on it. Hopefully I can cover up some of the lines that she's left. It just makes me sick that people would do this to other people, especially in the mermaid community. I hope everybody has a wonderful, fantastic day, and thank you for being part of my life, and I'm really sorry that I'm upset about this tail.